Hey, we're live. Hey, folks, thanks for tuning in to the BAMF podcast. I'm your host, Mike Lafferty, and I'm just doing this until my trip-hop career takes off. Today, we're here talking about pop culture stuff and gaming, and laughing up there in the right-hand corner is Walt Rebelliard. How you doing, Walt?
Hola.
Hey. And catty corner from Walt is Mike Myler. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing pretty damn good today.
All right, cool. Good to see you. And last but not least, lower right-hand corner of our Brady Bunch grid is Jacob Blackman. How are you, sir?
I am well, thank you.
So I'm going to talk about a bunch of stuff today. First off, let's talk October Faction, which is this new show on Netflix, which this kind of seems like Supernatural with a family angle, although I guess Supernatural has a pretty big family angle. So let's look at the trailer and then let's talk about it. Give me 1 second, and here we go.
Being a parent is hard. Except in our case, of course.
You don't have to do this, you know.
Can't let you go.
Yes, you can.
Mm-hmm.
Nice conversation.
All signs point to a highly active October. I need my top agents.
Welcome to Presidio.
Presidio's sole aim isn't killing monsters. It's understanding them. How are Viv and Jeff handling the transition?
Viv and I are being cruelly ripped from our lives and dragged into Pleasantville.
17-year-old twins. Scarier than anything I've ever faced in the field.
Wow. Parents of the year.
Evil ways.
Hey, girl. We were going to try the real-life seance.
Seances freak me out. You should totally do one.
Right?
You saw something, didn't you?
What's happening?
The cell's been taken out.
It must be terrifying to live in fear. Knowing how weak you really are.
What the hell?
I drew this before the accident.
You okay? Like it or not, some things in this world need killing.
My parents are busy saving the world.
Oh, Jeff, you are too much.
I hate October.
So what do we think?
It was interesting. It was very, very interesting. I really enjoyed the twist that came in the middle. I mean, you have this whole perception of what you think this series is going to be, and then all of a sudden you're like, "Oh, what?" So without spoiling it, it does have a really nice twist. I really enjoyed the family dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that it was a contemporary family. I like the fact that it was there was a lot going on as far as in their as much in their personal lives as there was supernaturally. It was just I think it was well cast. I'm a huge fan of the agent from Bones.
Oh yeah, Dr. Stroyan.
Yeah, and to see her in this, I think she did a phenomenal job in this. Walking a really, really fine line between being like an agent type who has to detach herself from her work, and then having the caring, nurturing, the motherly aspect of her, and I thought it was really well played. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm very much at the same. I liked the twist because when I first started watching it, I was like, this is kind of like all the other monster hunting shows that are on right now. And then as it progressed and other things started happening, I was going, that's interesting. That's interesting. And then the twist happened. I was like, ooh, okay, I'm hooked.
All right, I'm getting curious. Mike, do you mind if we spoil this?
Yeah, I just want to mention, you guys remember Nocturnals at all? Jacob, I imagine you remember Nocturnals because it had
I remember it, yeah.
Right? I saw that and I just made me miss, man, I wish there was a Nocturnals series. So that's it. That's my only point.
All right. You don't care if we spoil this?
Go nuts.
All right. If you're listening to this, watching this.
Can I guess first?
Can you guess first? Okay, guess first.
The lady mom is actually a monster, has some kind of monster DNA.
Nope, that's not it.
Okay, cool. Spoil away.
All right, if you're listening or watching, you might want to fast forward 10 minutes. We're going to spoil this motherfucker right now. All right, spoiler alert. Go ahead.
Oh, which one?
I've seen 2 episodes, so I don't know what you're talking
Okay,
about.
the spoiler is that one of the villains is actually the mother of the twins, and she is a warlock. The twins are warlocks that the hunter parents took in because they were babies. You know, you don't kill babies.
Yeah. So the great thing that I think they did with the show, because now this is all based off a comic.
Yeah.
Right. And afterwards, I went and I tracked down the comic, and it's actually pretty good. I think something that the show does that you really don't get in the comic is the racial dynamic.
Yeah.
So dad is Caucasian, mom is black, and the kids are mixed race, which I thought was fantastic. You know, I mean, but it really these days I think a lot of media is doing that well. So I mean, you get this sense of you know, of modern American family, which I thought was cool and really appreciated. And then on top of that, later on in the story, you see that the main villain of the story, she is Caucasian and her husband is black, and that accounts for the racial makeup of the kids. And because the racial dynamic of both sets of parents was the same, it wasn't such a big it wasn't such a big like, why do they look like this and their parents look like this? You know, when that twist came to find out that Warlock mom is actually their real mom, you know, you're just like, what? You know, and it was really, really, really neat way to go. I thought the series was very well done as far as that went, and I really enjoyed the twist. Because in the beginning, I mean, you're really rooting for these parents, you know, because, you know, monster hunting by day, parent and PTA by night is no easy thing in today's corporate America, you know, I mean, that kind of deal, you know, and you're really rooting for everybody. And then when the twist happens, you're like, and you start seeing both sides of the story, you're like, I don't know if I like them so much anymore, you know, but
they don't know if they like themselves anymore.
Yeah. And that's another good thing too. They're, you know, they have to question themselves. Do they, you know, am I doing the right thing? And oh my God, have I been making the wrong choices for my child? I mean, and that's something that parents have to struggle with a lot today, especially with the influx of all this media coming at you at all times. You know, is it cool to vaccinate your kids? Is it not cool to vaccinate your kids? Should you teach your kids to stand up to bullies? You know, I mean, this kind of stuff, and it takes a lot of humility to say to yourself, I might have made a wrong choice as a parent. You know, and they have to grapple with that. And I thought that was really well done too. Yeah. You know, so, but yeah, the series, the comic series is a lot of fun. The show, I think adapted it really well. And as of right now, they have not announced a second season, but I really think it would be cool if they did, you know, especially with the way that the series ends. Is a big, like, there was a big, like, not really like a cliffhanger, but where you could take this show in multiple directions. And right. I think that they would do themselves a disservice if they don't do a second season.
Yeah, besides the racial dynamic, there was also a really nice class dynamic in there, because Presidio, the monster hunting society, is made up of very upper tier, upper class people. Yeah. And the father in the story comes from that upper class, whereas the mother is, not only does she come from a lower class black family, but his parents, who was part of Presidio, didn't want anything to do with her because she was lower class, she was black, she was going to muddy the waters. Yeah, she don't have anything to do with her. But so you get a lot of that dynamic in the story as well, because with Presidio being the wealthy elite that they are when you later find out, they are really persecuting the lower class monsters, the people they see as unworthy of being part of society.
Yeah, and then they have that whole dynamic too, where it's like, look, we're not doing this to hurt them. We want to understand them. And then behind the scenes, it's like, hey, how many bullets can I fit into this guy? There's really a nice dynamic cutting itself both on the top and in the under layers of the show that I really found a lot of fun.
Yeah, because you can understand when Presidio is going after, these Morlock creatures at the very beginning that are faceless. They're just these nasty mouths and claws. And, I get it. Those are monsters. But when you see them taking out an entire city of people who are warlocks
and are just
who are
minding their own business.
Who are minding their own business. They want nothing to do with the rest of society. They weren't hurting anyone. But they are monsters. So we kill them because they're there.
Yeah, it was when that's that whole scene, that was painful. They start just like dumping magazines worth of ammunition into people, and you're like, oh my God, this is horrible.
Yeah.
But some of the side stories that came from that were really good. Mike, what did you think of the episodes you've seen so far? Mike is Mike.
Oh, you're muted, man.
We routinely have this problem.
Mike... I would like to mention that, I haven't seen this, mind you, but to touch on whether or not there'll be another one. The Nielsen rating system. I don't know how much you know about the Nielsen rating system that was previously used for television. It sucks.
Yes,
it's really bad. So production companies are getting much better data on what's doing well, what people are actually watching, what people are rewatching, what people are cutting out halfway through and stop watching, rather than one out of every 100,000 families who probably don't identify with major demographics think about this or that series. So you'll probably see another one.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it in just as a regular viewer. And my family's from the Mediterranean, so I'm of extremely mixed race. I'm like a Heinz 57 of a whole bunch of different stuff. So to have that mixed race dynamic was really, really cool, because I mean it's a better cross section of America. I teach martial arts to kids, and if you look at the classes now versus the classes 20 years ago, you can really see that dynamic changing in not so much cities, but also suburban America as well. And it's totally cool when I'm walking my dog in my neighborhood. I can walk down 2 streets and speak to somebody in Italian, and walk down another 2 streets and have a conversation in Spanish. And I think it's the greatest thing ever, because we do have that mix. And I think that the show represented that really well, that there was a good dynamic, even in this small town, this small suburban town, that had we have a city here in Rhode Island, Newport, and it's known to be very affluent. They have regattas and you can go to
cigarettes.
What's that?
It's where they make the cigarettes.
I think it was named after where they named the thing the cigarettes, but I don't think they make them here. It reminded me a lot of Newport, because in this city here, you have a demographic of very wealthy, and then just across a set of train tracks, you have a demographic where it's not very wealthy. So I think the show really represented what we're seeing a little bit more in America than a lot of the other mainstream stuff that was out there, and I could really appreciate that. I'd really like to get Steve Niles and Damian Worm on here to talk about the comic, because the comic is a lot of fun. Really, really quirky art style. A lot of almost Buffy-esque in the way that the comic presents itself.
Well, when you're going to be monster slaying, there's nothing better to base yourself on than the Buffy crew, because they're really it's really the show that brought that genre into the mainstream.
Oh yeah. And what'd you think of the monsters, Jacob?
I thought the monsters were really neat looking. I liked
the Morlocks were cool.
The Morlocks were really creepy,
really cool.
And even though you only really get to see them a couple of times and really quickly, I thought they were really neat looking. The monster effects were great. I liked the vampires.
The vampires were weird.
They were the most interesting vampires I've ever seen. With the way they did their teeth.
Yep, that and the werewolves were okay. The way that they did them, because you never see like a full transformation.
Yeah.
What the hell was the thing that killed? I can't remember the. I keep wanting to say Dr. Soroyan from Bones. What was the thing that killed the mom's parents?
I think
it looked like a combination.
It looked like a werewolf with
a jackalope. Yeah.
So I think it was supposed to be like a Wendigo.
Oh, okay. Right on. Cool.
I was trying to find a trailer with the vampires on it, but
it showed it in the main trailer.
You saw it in the main trailer. The guy with the teeth that went out like this.
Yeah, they're more like leeches than they are like standard vampires.
Yeah. Oh wait, yeah, here it is. Got it. Hang on. Oh, well, you know what? I think this is the same one we've seen before.
So the Morlocks were basically. Do you feel the Morlocks were the Time Machine Morlocks?
No, these things were their own things.
Yeah,
they were very much their own kind of creature.
And a cool thing was the effects that show their powers when they use them were just really creepy. I mean, very Scarlet Witch from Avengers movies creepy. It was very well done.
Mm-hmm.
They have this whole dynamic of when they can affect people's perception of time. So they can slow it. They can't stop it completely, but they can slow it down to like almost like thousandths of a second to to other people's movements. But it's like
and if the warlock is moving,
her hair,
like they're underwater.
Yeah, it was
okay.
So groovy.
It was a really cool effect.
That lady on the school bus, then she was a warlock. She wasn't a vampire. Okay.
Correct.
All right, gotcha. I did not realize that. So, all right, cool. Mike, you are working at RPG Writers Workshop.
Yes,
doing cool stuff. And I lost the link because I had to reboot. Let me see if I can find it. RPG Writer Workshop. Publishing your campaign setting a primer. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me get this signed up for the affordable price of $29. Let's get that up right there.
Yeah. For those who don't know, RPG Writer Workshop was started by Ashley Warren, who is like a DM's Guild adept and one of the WotC streams, the Ravenloft one. Normally it's an adventure writing workshop that she runs twice a year that a whole bunch of people contribute lessons to. And I approached her. I was like, hey, let's do something that has like nothing to do with DM's Guild. And she eventually was like, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do that. So since I have all these campaign settings, I'm on number 6 now, I thought teaching folks how to make a campaign setting material, which you can't put on DM's Guild anyway, would be cool. And yeah, it's been great. We've had a lot of applicants. It's a fairly simple course. It's like 5 lessons. And then I'm there to help you and offer my expertise in publishing and stuff, my resources, that kind of thing. And so far it's been really good. One of the people, I asked him like if I should say anything, and she said that like it's been giving her a great grounding and a whole lot to think about, and like she never would have considered a lot of the foibles and obstacles that come up when you do these sorts of projects if they had not been presented in the lessons. So.
Okay, cool. So this is going right now, and people can sign up here at the link. We'll have it in the show notes. And
it's going on indefinitely for however long I keep doing it, probably months and months and months and months.
Now, what's the biggest obstacle that most people face when they get to a campaign setting? Most of the time I hear organization.
Yeah, you've got your home setting, right? Everybody's got their homebrewed settings. And the thing about your homebrewed setting is that you probably weren't thinking about a lot of stuff like how will this look on the page when I make a book out of it. So the big thing, the very first part of the first lesson is called the North Star, right? So every campaign setting I make has a North Star, And the North Star is not literally a North Star in the sky. It can be if you really want, but like it's a one keyword that like everything in your setting adheres to, right? So in Mists of Akuma, everything is cool. It either feels cool or looks cool. You can grab anything out of any of those books and be like, oh, cool. And then
oh, cool.
Varanthia Codex. Do you want to guess what the North Star word was, Jacob? You did so much illustration for Varanthia Codex, you might actually get it.
Boris?
It had a lot to do with Boris, but no. Radical. Everything in Varanthia is radical, right? Like you look at Gorthadness, you're like, oh shit, there are people walking around like steampunk mechs and like there's wars going on. That's radical. There's like, oh, there's this Wuxia continent over here, and then it's connected by this Wild West psionic tunnels, terrifying Cthulhu monsters, and oh my god, Goblin Nation with the airplanes. It's all radical. And so like helping people, just that one piece of advice I think has been enormously helpful for people, because like if you actually use your North Star when you're setting up your artwork and your page backgrounds and picking your fonts and everything, you get something that feels together when you're done. It doesn't feel mishmash. It doesn't feel weird. Everything sort of fits together because you have that one central North Star theme that you adhere to.
I like to think I'm keeping my various publications tied together with the theme of cheesy back matter comics.
Cheesiness or like corny or kitsch. You might say kitsch. That can work, dude.
And you're going to show off your book there? I just made you the solo. There you go.
Vast Cavia is on Kickstarter right now too. This is the 6th campaign setting. It's already done. We funded it on a different platform, and it's on Kickstarter just briefly until I think Monday. So yeah, if you want to pick it up cheap, that's the best place to do it. Otherwise, you're going to pay full price on it. And it's awesome.
All right, cool. And we've had you in the past talking about it. It is a lot of cool art in there. A lot of cool. Wait, hang on. Let me make you back on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Sharkman.
Been here too. Let me see. Where's my Jacob? No, I got you. Oh, all the undead dinosaurs, Jacob. I love you so much for these undead dinosaurs. I used all of them, dude.
Excellent.
All of them are in here.
I love the undead dinosaurs.
Yeah, me too.
I love them too. I've used them myself.
Yeah, there's a bunch of warlords, and one of the warlords is an undead dinosaur that commands a horde of undead dinosaurs.
Cool. So that's on Kickstarter through Monday. So back it right now while you can, and then I'm guessing it'll be up on a Drive-Thru RPG in the immediate future.
Yeah, probably March, I think.
Okay, cool. March works. All right, so we've been talking it's coming up on 45 minutes. Anything else we want to talk about? Stuff we want to cover?
I mean, I got another giant book that's coming out in February.
Well, you got the camera on you. Hit it.
Hold on, I gotta go grab it. Hold on.
Oh dear.
All right. Well, hang on. While he's doing that, I got something I can share.
You gotta have to put us back to normal screen, Mike.
Yeah. Hang on.
There we go.
This is you can get this on Redbubble right now. This is Jacob's Murder HoboCon.
My Murder HoboCon T-shirt. This came from Clinton Boomer, also known as That Boomer Kid, is popular for doing a lot of RPG stuff. And recently, he has been doing these little scripts for adventurers talking to each other, and they're just funny little conversations. And he's got hundreds of these posted. But in a recent one of them, the Barbarian and Bard were talking about how they didn't have enough money to go to Murder HoboCon. And people were saying, oh my God, I need a Murder HoboCon t-shirt. So Clinton Boomer said, hey, Jacob, would you please produce a Murder HoboCon t-shirt? And about 40 minutes later, I had this up.
That's fast work, man.
I was inspired.
That is pretty cool. So this is for dudes, especially dudes with wavy, attractive hair, or ladies.
Yeah, it's available at TeePublic and sizes up to 5XL in various colors and styles.
TeePublic, I'm seeing it on Redbubble, so it's two different places. Okay.
I also have it available on Redbubble, but in Redbubble it only goes up to 3XL. I had a bunch of people who asked for it to be made larger, so I also made one at TeePublic where it goes up to 5XL.
Okay, cool. And it looks like you've got a whole store up here with various designs and whatnot.
Indeed.
All right, cool. Cool. Phone cases, mugs. So yeah, check out Jacob Blackman on Redbubble for your Motor HoboCon t-shirt. Oh, hey, Midnight Werewolf poster. I recognize that one. The BAMF podcast does not endorse murdering hobos. Need to put that out there. It's a legality.
But we do endorse the shirt.
We do endorse the shirt. Oh, hey, or the phone case. Check that out. That's pretty cool. You want to make people on the bus uncomfortable? There you go.
But in other news, I've got a new Superpowered Legends product available. It is Superpowered Legends Rook.
Tell us about Rook.
He is a Robin Hood style thief who steals from the rich and keeps for himself. He is a scheming, consummate liar and ladies' man who has the ability to charge tiny things he holds in his hand and throw them very quickly. I imagine who you can guess this is.
Spider-Man. No. What was the character sort of like that? Ricochet, when they did all the... We're not going to do that. We're not doing that.
He's this is I've been converting a fair number of these to icons, and I got the manuscript in the email the other day, and I was like, oh fuck, this is the most savage I've ever seen a write-up for a SPL before, because it's just
if you look at the character build, it's solid. It's a good character build. But the background is where I tear him to pieces.
Yeah, you definitely are mocking one of the beloved Marvel characters from the 90s. But that's a Gambit that seems to have paid off for you, because it's a fun book. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me, but yeah. So, Walt, you look like you're having thoughts there.
No, I always enjoy Jacob's artwork. I enjoy his takes on a lot of these classic characters. I really enjoy the character design on this one. I think it's very well constructed.
Is he holding Mardi Gras beads?
Yeah, he's holding a bunch of Mardi Gras beads. His pockets are full of Mardi Gras beads, and those what he charges up and throws.
That, frankly, is what who should have been carrying around. That makes way more sense, given where he's from. Yeah,
indeed.
It's a good twist, man.
I'm glad you said that, because I thought they were rosary beads for a second.
Ooh, that'd be a whole nother angle.
Yeah, we can't really see it here, but if you look close on the cover art, they're the Mardi Gras colors of yellow, purple, and green.
Now, in some cases, he's throwing these as weapons. In other cases, is he using them how they're used in Mardi Gras?
I would imagine so.
Well, yeah, given who he's based on.
Just rolling up into in a bar in Alabama and be like, hey, ladies.
Exactly.
I'm tempted to read your manuscript on the air. I don't know if I can do it justice.
If you have to read it in the accent.
I can't do a Cajun accent. Can anyone on this podcast do a Cajun accent?
No, it doesn't have to be a Cajun accent. It just has to be a Louisiana accent.
Oh, Louisiana accent.
See, I've got this horrible affliction where every accent I do turns into Monty Python after about 90 seconds. I don't know what it is. It's some kind of cognitive disability. I'm going to forward this on to Walt and Mike, if you don't mind. Maybe can one of you guys do an accent?
I could, but I won't.
I'll take a shot.
Do you want me to read this? Because I will if you want me to.
If you can do the accent, Jacob, he is your creation. It's your words. If you
okay. I'm going to preface this by, if you are a fan of the character that Rook is based on, you are going to hate me now. All right, here is Rook's background. If you ask Rook about his background, he's more than happy to tell you about his exploits. I was born special, and I'm a ninja. I grew up here in the bayou with no ma or pa to raise me right, so I was taken in by a clan of ninja. Ninja clan in my family, all aunts and uncles, brothers, sisters, cousins. That way we can all trust each other. They trained me up in the art of jitsu and trained me to fight their enemies. They learned me up in the ways of samurai swords and knives, pull cues, guns, tire irons, pipe bombs. But I don't need pipe bombs because of my amazing powers. But I just got to use my staff here to fight, and my powers. I've been fighting ninja all my life. There's lots of clans of ninja in that bayou, but mine's the only good one. All them others evil. Yeah, totally evil. They all be about killing other folks like us good ninja. We good ninja only use our ninja skills to do good. We steal from the rich type folks and give the money to our clan leader so he can give it to those who need it. He's a good guy, our clan leader. Taught me everything I know, like how to recognize what trucker hats the evil ninja clans wear to disguise themselves. That way you know what to tell what clan they're from. And I was extensively trained in the arts of seduction. I got lots of practice with my clan members, the women of my clan. Our clan leader likes to watch to make sure we be doing it right. I was such a good lover that the other ninja clan girls would come up to me just to get the loving that they didn't get from their men. But this would be the downfall of my clan. I was loving up on this other ninja clan girl, and she loved me so much she wanted me to marry her. So my clan leader, not wanting to say no to a priestly union, decided to marry us and make us a peace with one of our enemies. That way we would all be stronger at the other ninja clans. But it was a trap. At the wedding, the ninja clan's girls, they all whipped out their samurai swords and started killing all my clan. So I got out of there, found my way to Nolans.
There you go. Nicely done. That's a long time to hold an accent.
Oh my God, that came from times where me and my friends would just bust on the character Gambit. We're just like, I'm a ninja. I'm a ninja from the bayou. I've been killing ninja. There are other clans of ninjas. There's 10 clans out there. Yeah, I'm a ninja. You don't know? You don't know? Are you from there? You don't know?
The trucker hats thing is.
I see. I kind of want to see this setting now of Cajun Ninja on the bayou. That would be like a great, light RPG.
There is a wonderful song by the comedian singer Tom Smith called "The Redneck Ninja," which you should hear sometime. I think it's on YouTube, but yeah, give it a listen sometime. I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
All right. I can't follow that.
Don't try.
Yeah. Anything else, or shall we call it a podcast?
I think it might.
I think I'm done.
That's right. We got his other book show.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, hang on.
Robot ninjas. I want you to play as a robot ninja.
It's a robot ninja.
Yeah, dude. It's the robot ninja. It's like the best of the robot ninjas, I would argue.
So what's the book, and when's this come out?
Right. Well, this is out now. You can buy it today. It's awesome. This is the book.
Oh, this is Mr. Akuma, Imperial Matchmaker.
Imperial Matchmaker. Really cool.
Done. Oh my God. This has some Jacob 2, some new Jacob even.
Does that mean I should be getting a free copy of that?
Yeah. I should be emailing. I will email Jason after this to get him to send those out. I'm sorry, I completely forgot.
All right, so Mr. Akuma is on Drive-Thru RPG right now, and this is a mega adventure, right?
Yes, it is all one massive adventure for characters from 3rd through 12th.
Okay, so when we say one massive adventure, you can play this for weeks, months, right?
Oh, dude, yeah. So it's an urban sandbox, because one of the reasons I made is I'm really mad about Storm King's Thunder, because my group was like, oh, it's a sandbox, we can do whatever, and it's gonna be great, and like it really wasn't. So I set out to make my own sandbox, and this is all just around Sanbao Shi, which is one of the most impressive illustrations I've ever ordered. Jacob, I think you would have killed me if I had tried to get you to do this. So I had Indy do it, and she almost.
All right, wait, hang on. That's the map, right? All right, let's stop sharing this.
That's Indy.
Yeah, this is Indy.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I know
she did a great job.
Destroyed it, but yeah, she was right. I got more than one angry email, and I warned her. I was like, and yeah, I want you to do this, but like you got to know, like this is a marathon we're doing with this piece, and yeah, but she did such a good job. But yeah, no, it's awesome. There's like 160 pages on just the city of Sanbao Shi. So there's all these locations and stuff that you go around, and as you go adventuring, you run into the various subplots for all the different characters, which is what this book is about. And yeah, it's a freaking magnum opus. have any desire to have like Eastern fantasy in your D&D game, you need to get that book. Period. That's it.
And that's maybe a better image of that map you were talking about. But yeah, that's incredible.
Andy Martin, she is a fantastic artist. I always recommend people hire her.
That's just the level of detail in that is it's amazing. And I have to when you said you get angry emails, were they from her? Because that looks like that would be a lot to draw.
She was like, "What do you mean, people?" And I was like, "Indy, the person who last mentioned people was you at the start of this email thread, talking about adding people." So yeah, and she figured out she could do it with a brush. So like, I guess you make like different images, and then like you can string them together into like a brush stroke. So she didn't have to individually paint everyone, but
so there's a brush stroke for people. Okay, that's cool.
You can make your own custom brush strokes, and she made one for people, but it can only be one color, which was one of the things we were running into.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and then the PoE piece. Oh.
Sound like you like that piece, Mike.
I spent like 2 years working on this book, so yeah.
When Mike gets excited about art, you know it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I bear hugged Jacob once, and it terrified him still to this day.
I weigh over 300 pounds, and he lifted me up in a bear hug.
Well, I was very appreciative of your work on Varanthia Codex because you did such an amazing job, man. I'm
surprised you didn't break something.
Oh, no, I wouldn't break it.
I'm talking about you. I'm surprised I didn't break you.
So many jokes, none of them I should say. But yeah, it's a cool looking book. You can get it right now on Direct to RPG if you're into Eastern Fantasy and your D&D. This looks like an awesome, incredibly well illustrated resource to check out. So that is pretty cool. All right, I have to get back to do the bidding of my own soulless corporate overlords. So I will bid you all farewell. Thank you to our viewers and listeners for checking us out. And we'll catch you next time on the BAMF podcast. Anyone have any closing thoughts before I hit the button?
Thanks for finally being here for an episode with me, Jacob. Thank you so
Glad
much.
to be
Every
here.
time I come on, I'm like, "Where's Jacob?" So like, yeah.
I'm usually busy those days.
I didn't think you were avoiding me because I can't bear hug you through the computer. So like,
yet.
Not yet. Someday.
Once the singularity hits, you'll be able to.
Telepresence drones are a thing, but not yet. All right, thanks everybody. We'll catch you next time on the BAMF podcast.
See you, everyone.
Here's the awkward 2 seconds.